Hi everyone, it's me, Uranus, Amara here, and today I'm going to talk about why we were called Naerkin in the Cloverway or the Pioneer or the Path Seeker, whatever one you want to call it. Now, a lot of folks tend to make fun of that, or a lot of folks say that it was not a good move, not a good shift, others will call it. Well, everyone has the right to their thought or belief on it. But first off, why Cloverway or whoever pioneer, whoever path seeker, whoever made the call? Now, in the Deep One, there were in the Deep One a lot of shifts had to be made because there were folks out there that thought that it was wrong for Southwoods to be like that. So that's why Zoe Sight became a woman, and that's why me and Sailor Neptune Michelle became near kin. They had to come up with some grounds for our kinship without actually coming out and say, oh, they're lovers. Now, you might say to yourself, well, it was 20-0 when Sailor Moon S and Sailor Moon SS came out. Yes, it was. But keep in mind, it was only 1 or 2 years since the time Sailor Moon came out. So there were still folks out there that whatever ground thought it was wrong. So a lot of folks have this belief that why Fisheye was shifted or why me and Sailor Neptune were shifted. They think it was just to make fun of Deke for having to shift Zoe Sight into a woman. Well, first off, I don't really know if it was so much, that. But I think once again it was Cloverway or whoever wanted to make sure that if someone was going to get mad and say, well, I just saw a show with two women who were in love with each other or something, Cloverway said, all right, they're near kin. Sailor Uranus, Michelle, and Sailor Neptune, Sailor Uranus Amara, and Sailor Neptune Michelle are near kin. They've known each other for years, and that explains their close kinship. Now, you might think to yourself that you might go, oh, well, Viz just left it the way it was. Yeah, well, but by the time Viz got the right to work with the Sailor Moon stuff, it had been years and years since then, and more folks were open minded and understanding and trusting of that thing. You know? So it wouldn't have been a big deal. Back then, it still was kind of a big deal for a Southhood to be like that, because there were still folks out there who felt that it was wrong for any South on the Farseer or a Farseer show or a play or even a film to be like that. Even if they weren't doing anything that was wrong, just they being that way, some folks thought it was wrong. And there are still some folks out there who have that thought and belief. So Cloverway at the end of the day made the call they had to make. Since they really didn't have to shift our kind around, they just had to shift the kinship around. So we went from being lovers, or whatever you want to say, to becoming near kin. And that would have been what Cloverway would have done if they would have gotten the rights to do Sailor Moon Sailor Stars, which they did not. But for Sailor Moon Super, Sailor Moon S, or Sailor Moon Over, that was how it was handled. Now, I know there's going to be some folks out there who are going to say that, oh, well, the They didn't really say anything or do anything bad. No, we didn't. We didn't do anything wrong or say anything wrong. But it was that thought that someone out there might be watching the show or watching the show with their kids and then get mad at cartoon or folk work or live drawing folk work or get mad at Cloverway whoever and say, oh, I just watched a show where there were two women who were lovers but they weren't doing anything wrong. But I don't think that's right. So that's why we became Naerkin, which at the end of the day was the only good call that Cloverway could have made as far as path pioneer, path seeker goes. That would have been the only call they could have made too. And I know there's going to be some folks out there who think that who think it was wrong for us to become near kin and think it was wrong that we were doing that, and seek to shame the whole thing. Well, I don't know. I know in Sailor Moon Super or Sailor Moon Over that we didn't actually say or do anything that would make folks think that. But even though we were that way in all the other offshoots, it is what it is. So that's my belief of how we became Naerkin. I don't know the full saga until that's only what I read and what I heard, which is not much. So you tell me what you think about us becoming Naerkin. Everyone's got their own thought and belief over how that was handled, how that should have been handled, and stuff like that. So that's it. I'm Sailor Uranus Samara. Hope you like this film. And if you do, then watch the film we made yesterday over here. Or follow us here at Sailor Moon for Life. Alright? See you later.